Well, what's going on YouTube? Vampyr Gaming here. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I was a little bit under the weather and just on my way to a recovery on that. So, we're going to take a look today at Core TCG's Santa Clara Regional, one of the first events of OP-06. It was an in-person event in the sunny state of California. We're going to take a look at the top 16 and all the deck lists here and just talk about it a little bit. So you can see here a majority is Gecko Moria, which honestly I did not expect, but it doesn't surprise me because a lot of times when these do come out, a lot of people like to play the new leader. But we have 7. We've got 3 Katakuri and then 2 Sakazuki. Only 2 Sakazuki squeezed in, which is crazy to me, considering how dominant he's been. Vinsmoke Reiju, 1. We have 1 Uda, which also kind of surprised me. 1 Enel, and then 1 Yamato. So first place, congrats Kyle Vo coming in with Gecko Moria. Second, also Gecko Moria. We got Justin Sains. Third, Adrian Mui. Sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, Gecko Moria. That's PDCC. Check them out on YouTube. He's really good. He got top 16 at Worlds with Saka, or at Nats with Saka. And then we've got 4th, Eric Del Rosario, also Gecko Moria. So the whole top 4, Gecko Moria. 5th place, Spencer Shockness, Gecko Moria. So 1st through 5th, all Gecko. Then at 6th, we've got Reiju, Clarence. 7th, Jonathan, Gecko. 8th, Kevin, Katakuri. And then 9th, bubbling out of 8th with Uda, Micah. And then we've got Nikki Goldman. And 10th with Saka. And then the rest of the top 16, Kelvin, Enel, Reyes, Yamato on 12th. 13th, Brian with Kat. 14th, Jonas, our very own national champion on Sakazuki. 15th, Richard with Gecko. And then we're going to take a look at these in order. So we're going to start off here with the Gecko Moria. You can see it's the standard Navy build. We've got 3 Helmeppo, which I can kind of agree with. I've been wanting to up this just because I don't see him enough in my trash. 2 Kuzan on the military, the Navy, Borsellino, 4 Lucci, which is slightly surprising. And then, of course, 4 of these 2 great events. 3 Sabo. I think the biggest variations you'll see in numbers is going to be Rob Lucci, Sabo, and Helmeppo. But overall, pretty standard package. Congrats. And then we've got here 2nd place Moria, the 2 Helmeppo, 3-2, 2 Tashigi. Did 1st place play Tashigi? No Tashigi. No Tashigi, which gave him that extra flex space. So Tashigi seems to be like a little flex area. 3 Sabo, 4 of these 3, and then of course 4 Sindri, your standard Thriller Bark package when you're also playing the Navy package. Congrats. And then, again, kind of same deal here. 2 Helmeppo, 2 Borsellino, 3 Lucci, 3 Sabo, 4 Rona, and then we got 2 Shigis. The extra 2Ks do matter. Like, if you're planning on playing against Yamato, it's kind of nice having just the extra 2Ks. So here we go. 4th place, Gecko. We've got Helmeppo, Sindri, at 3. Sindri at 3. It looks like she was used as the flex space there. We also see 4 Sabo. I hear great things about Sabo. 1 against like Katakuri. You can play this before you do your swings, and then you're not going to lose your characters. So pretty strong in that sense. And then also you can play this on 7 before going to 8 against Moria. And then you get to pretty much keep your bodies if they play a Moria. So very strong on that front too. Congrats. Ooh, 5. They're playing Inupe. 4 Inupe. So this is the first list we're seeing. 4 Inupe. We see 4 Borsellino, only 1 Kuzan. Inupe lets you draw 2, discard 2 both on play and on KO. So it lets you heavily cycle cards. So this I find very interesting. I want to know more now. So, but this is very exciting. One Kuzan, which is also very interesting, and four Borsellino. I understand this. They're also playing four Sabo, of course, no Shigis, three Bobber Luchis, and then these Ice Ages. Overall, really solid. I would love to know more. And then, of course, Reiju, the Mighty Morphin Reiju Rangers. Overall, fairly standard package. 4/4. Usually you can play Yanji. If you opt not to, you're going to play Queen. Of course, the Pudding, just for those people who want a big hand. So you pretty much can counter out when you're playing against Reiju, because they're going to go through their whole deck. They're going to draw through all of their cards if they want to. So there's no point in big handing. You might as well just keep yourself at like 5/6. Take away the value of Pudding. 2 Judge. Overall, very standard, but they are rocking the 2 Queen over Yanji. I did see a list also opting to play Yanji, Sora, of course, being a 2K and getting you any character you want. And then their choice for the 2K was Miss Doublefinger. And then we've got Gecko once again here. Fairly standard list for Borsellino. And we've got Katakuri. I find it interesting that they were only playing one Hiyori. And then, like, I was wondering, do they ever actually, like, play Hiyori? Like, do they ever just want to resolve this? But of course, you see a new trigger package. You see Nekomamushi. You see Cracker. You see Pero Sparrow. So you've got 10, add in Kikanojo. You've got 14. A lot of people cut in Sanji. But so you've got 14, 18 total trigger bodies that you can play out. Nekomamushi being the only conditional one, but being able to attack opponents' active players is really strong. I was a big fan of that with Whitey Bay, if those remember. And then only one Strusen, so 4, 5, 6, 8 2Ks? No, 12 2Ks. Okay, pretty standard, but you can see a lot of no counter. No counter, no counter, no counter. This has counter. No counter. No counter. So they have a lot of cards. This one less so than normal, but yeah, you got 4, 8, 11, 14, 18, 18 cards with no counter, which is a lot. And so you can catch yourself having no counter in your hand and just losing. But overall, huge congrats. And then, of course, here we have that 9th place Uda. Of course, playing this new Mihawk, which lets you play out Brook a turn early. So if you go first on your 3 curve, you can bring out Brook into an Usopp. And so on 3, you can now play 10 Don worth of characters, which can be huge. And then, of course, we see the new Zoro popping up here as well. Everything else looking fairly standard. Of course, Eustace being a heck of a card. You have those 12 no counter cards. A lot of no counter here. And just kind of increasing your whiff. So huge congrats. I see the vision. And then Sokka, the first Sokka that we have. I don't even think there was a Sokka in the top 8. There might have been one. But I don't think there was a Sokka in the top 8. We have here, it's pretty standard. Amano Murakumo, the Blue Lucci. You've got Lucci, Hina, Robert, 3 of no Kuzan. No Kuzan. Looks like Kuzan didn't make the cut. You got 2 Sabo, 2 Lino, 4 Gecko, 1 Helmeppo, 3 Hina. The new Shigi. You play Virgo, searchable both brand new and Shigi. 4 and 2 Ice Age. So looking pretty standard on the Sokka side. From what we've seen, and we have an Enel, which a lot of people assume is kind of just like dead this format, but maybe it's the pilot, maybe it's just people weren't ready for it. Maybe it's a little bit of both, maybe it's still good. But you got, of course, Cracker, Onami, rocking that Hiyori. It's also kind of like replace your last life and put in this, which lets you heal for your last life. So there might be something there. But then you've got, of course, a new Okikunojo, which just hurts when you hit it off of their life. It's great when you don't have 3 life, but like, against Yamato, you can just put a 3. Or if you're a 4 life leader, this is not great. Reject, best card in the game. Not really, but it does hurt. And then, of course, Amaru also hurts. 1 Elthor, one of the You Should Disappear. So interesting. Congrats to them. We love to see them mix up. And we've got 1 Yams. It was not the typical Fortress Yamato. We see here an aggro Yamato. You're able to do Ohm Holly. You've got the Shura. So you're playing Sky Island more so. And you've got Onami for that busted double attack banish. Hiyori for a 2K, Mihawk for a 2K. I don't see them playing. Maybe they play Kikinojo off of it, but I feel like this is just better as a 2K, but I'm sure it can come up. You got Kikinojo, Kozuki Momonosuke, Satori, Hody, and again, like that reject, that Amaru, just those busted yellow cards. Congrats to them. We got another Katakuri making his way there. This was the most represented deck there. I believe there was 130 Katakuri players of the 500. So we've got Amanda, Strusen, standard package, adding in Kikinojo, 2 of this, 2 reject, 4 Amaru. I find it very interesting now that they're upping their Amaru. I wonder if it's just for the aggro power. If you know, let me know in the comments below, but I wonder if it's just for the aggro power or if it's for... Actually, they plan on being at 1, because it's very rare that Katakuri goes on their turn and they're at 1 life, which is why they had only ran 2 previously, but maybe their play style has changed. I haven't played a ton of the matchup, even though I should. And then, of course, we've got some more Sakazuki here. I believe this was Goldman. Maybe not. But you've got 3 Kuzan, so this build opted into play Kuzan. We've got 2 Ice Age, 1 Blue Lucci. If you just saw, the guys in Italy opted to prioritize Blue Lucci over regular Lucci and just bottom deck more cards, which if there's a Moria heavy format feels just a little bit better, because you put them on the bottom deck, they can't recur them, and so they prioritize playing this over him, which is super interesting. They're also playing 2 Helmeppo. Everything else looking fairly standard. Congrats. And then another Gecko Moria running that Navy Moria package. We see 4 Sabo, 3 Kuzan, 2 on the Borsellino side. Looks like they might have just opted for 2 Borsellino. And then for here, you got the Great Eruptions. Yeah. And then finally, we have... Alan G here with Katakuri. And then this one, once again, fairly standard from what we've seen. As always, you can check this out. Egman Events. That's egg with 1G.com. I'll put the link down below. So you can check out Eggman's site. And as always, if you found this content of value, you could do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you so much for watching.